Hey guys, so today's video is really about the relationship that heals all relationships. What is that? How do I do this? Tell me more. So I first want to read you a quote, my favorite quote on this subject by Abraham Hicks, who I adore, because this really outlines the video, the point of this video, the point of the email you're probably receiving with this video in it, yada yada. It says this: there is no relationship of greater importance to achieve than the relationship between you and your physical body right here and now and the soul source God from which you have come. So the source within you. If you tend to that relationship first and foremost, you will then and only then have the stable footing to proceed into other relationships. Your relationship with your own body, your relationship with money, your relationship with your parents, children, grandparents, grandchildren, the people you work with, your government, your world, will all fall swiftly and easily into alignment once you tend to this fundamental primary relationship first. So I don't know if you guys have seen all my posts recently about Soul Lab, the soul school that I've created, the conference call workshop. So I'm going to describe that in a little bit. But first I want to tell you more about this concept of alignment, this relationship with the source within you. I call it the wise guide inside. So since I was in high school, I've been studying and mastering universal laws, how all this works. And the reason is because I grew up extremely energetically sensitive. And a lot of you guys know what I'm talking about, where you feel like opinions are everything. You feel everyone's energy. You feel a lot of stuff, and it throws you off your own course of alignment. And so a lot of you have a lot of strong will, and you know who you are, but you feel like you can't really be that when you're in a relationship that maybe is taking over, or you're in an environment where you feel like you have to, in a way, make other people feel a certain way so that you can get what you need, your needs met. And I want to first tell you where this begins, this what I would call vibrational or energetic codependency, which a lot of people fall into and don't understand what that even means. What happens when we're born is we depend on our parents, mother, father, or one or the other, for survival. So for us to get our needs met and to get what we need and to feel good and to be allowed to be who we are and feel safe within being who we are, we need our parents to feel good. We need our parents to be happy and healthy. So a lot of times we compromise our own self to make them happy, but really what we fall into is this conditional way of being where I have to be a certain way to get my needs met, or my mom or my dad have to feel good for me to get my needs met. And what we do is we kind of let go of our own alignment to align with their energy. So we get thrown off. That makes us feel, as we get older, that we don't know who we are, or we feel lost, or we feel confused, or we feel like we're in a situation that is not making us happy, and we wonder why, or how, or what's going on, why all this change and transition, why all this sort of depression or anxiety or stress. Like, why isn't it this easy flow? And it's because you've lost touch with the no. You've fallen out of the no. You've fallen out of flow with the no. So, just a couple of tips. When we don't ever learn, which is most people, we don't learn how to stay in alignment with who we truly are. The reason we haven't really learned that is because no one's ever really understood up until recently how very important that is. If you don't have that relationship, like this brilliant quote, you can't have any successful relationship, and that is the truth. It can work for a while, and then things go wrong, and then things fall apart, and then things don't feel the same. Because you can't, for a long period of time, live in alignment with someone else's needs or vibration or energy or structure or idea of things. It must come from you. It must be from within you. So I have so many examples, but I don't want to make this video that long. I'll save it for Soul Lab. But I want to say that the contrast that you're experiencing, the stress, the feeling thrown off, the feeling lost, the feeling too sensitive, is the gift to align you back to who you are. And I can go into depth with that. But I want to say that the repercussions of making a mistake or feeling like you messed something up or feeling like I let that person's opinion throw me off from what I knew to be true. There are great repercussions, but those repercussions only last as long as it takes you to get back into alignment. So how do you get and stay in alignment with yourself, with your true self, with the source within you, with the God within you, with the whole purpose of your life? How do you do that? By really letting go so that you can get back into the flow of the path of least resistance. Stop resisting what is. Start accepting what you are. Start feeling like all those things you do that make you feel less than good, less than balanced, are the things you need to get rid of. Is it self-judgment? Is it this need to make others happy? Is it this need to fit in somewhere? Is it this need to have other people see this feeling you have of alignment? Are you needing other people to see the stuff you're creating before you even get to manifest it? So we get in our own way a lot of time when we're trying to manifest a dream. We think that we have this dream, it should happen. It's like when we plant a seed and you want the flower. There needs to be nurturing, there needs to be growing, there needs to be the proper nourishment for you to stay in alignment with that desire long enough to see it. Believe it before you see it. And many times we think, well, I need to see it right away. It didn't happen, so you get in the way of your dream. Some of you may have a huge dream that you've had your whole life and you think it's just not happening. Why isn't this happening? I must be delusional. I must be crazy. The thought that you're thinking right now about maybe being delusional is what's in the way. That's always what's been in the way. All of that and more in my Soul Lab classes. But just so you know, if you guys were on the call last week and you saw at the end how we couldn't do the Q&A because there was all this static and stuff because there were too many people watching me on the web rather than on the phone and I didn't mute it properly. If you want to come back for Q&A and learn more about Soul Lab and learn more about the universal laws and all these things, I will be having a call this coming Monday at 5 p.m. I believe it's Monday the 14th. I wrote it down somewhere, but now I don't know where I wrote it. Yep, Monday the 14th at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. There will be a link to Soul Lab below, so check that out under workshops. And I will be sending out in my newsletter, so if you're not already subscribed, please put your name and email on my website and you will be subscribed to my newsletter. I will be sending out a newsletter very shortly about the information and details you need to get on that call Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so you can hear all about the Soul Lab calls. They're literally 3 calls per month. The first 3 Tuesdays of every month, I'm going to be doing a 1-hour Q&A call and training about universal truths. So if you like the law of attraction, if you read The Secret, this class is for you because really I'm taking big concepts and making it real easy. So you can literally follow them and have your life back in the flow of complete abundance by really starting your own momentum. So I really hope to hear from so many of you, and I really hope to talk with you on Monday, and I really hope to see you in Soul Lab. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.